Alright gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 180, episode 30 on the Dwarf Paladin. We're back, let's jump into it, shall we? Last we left off, where were we? Oh that's right, we went to Ratchet. We're in Ratchet, in the Barrens, as an alliance. We are taking care of a few of the quests here. There's not very many for us, but we also did some fishing. And we got a good bit of boxes yesterday, or at least last night. And then I fished up those pools right when I was about to log off, and I got another box. I saw another pool there. Just checking the entire dock to see if there's any other pools. Nope. Okay. There's one right here. We'll check that one real quick. We need to go down the coastline and get the shipment of boots and the telescopic lens anyways. So we'll check for more pools that way, and then we'll probably swing over towards Wailing Caverns. I'm gonna grab Deviate Hides and we'll probably start working on that. I think I'm gonna get a few of those with you guys. I'm gonna record us collecting a few of them, like maybe 3 or so, and then I might pause the video and try and grind them up myself, because we've done it before on the Rogue, and it's a it's a little bit of a longer grind and it can be a little boring. So I don't want to spend the entire episode grinding up those hides. I'll get a few with you guys, and then I'll probably just pause the video. I'll put a YouTube video on the side of the screen for me, and just grind away on them. Should be pretty easy to get them as a paladin. I've got self-healing, solid damage. We still have our Gargoyle's Bite. I cannot believe we got this thing, man. Incredibly rare. My sound is so low. There we go. Alright. Let's check what's in the box. What's in the box? Just bolts of linen cloth and some copper. It's a bit of a dud, but they can't all be winners. Talk to Grazlix. Nothing new. What about Vex Spindle? He does have the... Well, we've already made our pattern bronze bracers. Our gear is actually really good. Mostly because of blacksmithing, right? But... they're on a fresh blessing of wisdom. The Merchant Coast. What's our next seal that we get? New seal. Seems like Seal of Light at level 30. That's exciting. Then we get Seal of Wisdom at 38. And then after that, I don't think we get another seal ever again. I think those are the last seals for us. Check the water. Also throw on Find Treasure. Look for... Giant clams can have iridescent pearls, but I don't think they're these giant clams. I think they have to be different giant clams in different zones. But I found, the best place to get the giant clams is the wetlands. Those bluegill marsh murlocs. We'll just farm some of those. Someone said, they farmed 50 clams, which is like maybe 100 murloc kills. And in 50 clams, they got 3 iridescent pearls. So I'm hoping, we can kind of keep that same rate. I'll farm a bunch of clams. We'll open them up. I'll probably do that, like, either paused or, we'll start some of that grind together. I'll show you guys what that looks like, and then pause and do most of it unrecorded, because that's just going to be boring to farm murlocs for 2 hours or so. But we also need to start working on our Children's Week quest. We only have 2 days left on this thing. So probably tomorrow afternoon I'll start working on this. I do work tomorrow night, but I have most of the areas that we need to take this guy. It shouldn't be too bad. The big thing that I need is I need to go to Stone Talon Mountain and get the flight path there, so I can connect Ratchet to Stone Talon, and then I think if we can connect it to Stone Talon, then I think we can get to Ashenvale. Because right now I currently can't fly from Ratchet to Astronar. It's too far. It says I don't have a connecting path, so... Sneeze, hang on. I think it was just one. Oh, so many pools. We already know how this is going to start. Got a little green tea here. You guys know I love the green tea. We are, what, 5 bars from leveling up here? It's kind of nice. I might get those 5 bars in the entrance to the Wailing Caverns. Probably not the entire 5, but I guarantee you there's going to be more pools around here. Those are the rogue practice boxes. We're not worried about those. It's probably going to be a pool over here. Yep, I see it already. I love the chaps that we have right now. They show the legs, show the strength. Real quick, while we're fishing this up, let me pull up on the side monitor. Where do I learn expert fishing? Well, classic alliance. Booty Bay. We might need to take a trip to Booty Bay. I probably could be getting some skill points here fishing this stuff up. It's just a boat ride. It is 1 gold though, so that'll take us down to 1 gold, 49 silver, which is fine. You know, we're making tons of money. Yeah, we need to take a trip. What have I done? What have I done? I hope I'm not messing up the recording. I hit C on OBS and now I made everything large. What have I done? What have I done? I don't want to do reset UI. Hang on. Let me pause the video and figure this out. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, I think I fixed it. That looks good. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up on the recording itself, but I think the poor guy was going for the chest. Sorry, bud. My dwarven senses, they tingled. Let's check that clam. I need to fight this thing. Just clam meat. That's fine though. Swing in here real quick. Let's get the telescopic lens. Oh, you see it? I see it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good stuff right there. Our record is 3 boxes out of 1 floating debris, so we're hoping to break that. We got 1 and some strangle kelp. Hello, Baron. You just backhand me? You piece of shit. A small lustrous pearl and a shadow gem off that kill. It's kind of crazy. I feel like the chances of that are like extremely low. Also some copper. I went ahead and repicked up the Samaflange manual because we had to drop it last night to make some space in our bags. And I was like, you know what, I want to read that together with you guys, even though I've already read it on the Undead Rogue. Every character we're treating kind of like a new adventure, if you will, right? So those are all like the same with the books. We said even if we've read the books on the Rogue, I do want to read them again on this character. Because there's a lot that I'll forget about, or you know, there's value in reading this same book multiple times. You know, it really drives the point of the story home. It helps reinforce what I don't know about lore. It helps the world building aspect of things. It helps our immersion in the game. It makes me feel more immersed when we're reading those books, right? Excuse me. Alright, that weapon crate is back up. The one that was near Ishawak. Apparently Ishawak can also drop iridescent pearls, but it's like a 3% chance, so it's very low. I'm gonna try and wait for her to roam away. And hopefully this time she doesn't roam back like she did last time. A stiff recurve bow, 10 silver. Man, those weapon crates are actually so nice. Alright, I'm not seeing any other pools. I could go all the way down here and check, and sometimes there's more, you know, down here. I'll do that real quick, but then we're heading to the Wailing Caverns. At least the outside. We need to go through the top and collect the quests that we can do. Mostly it's just deviate hides, but Eradication, I can't do. The glowing shard is something that you get after you kill a boss in there. And then, yeah, like we said, hides we can do on the outside. I think smart drinks we can do on the outside, but I'm not 100% sure. Alright. Then after we're done with the Deviate Hides, the 99-year-old port, the Wailing Essence, I'll show you guys the start of this farm, like I said, and then I'll pause as I get the rest of them, just so I can, you know, watch some YouTube videos on the side to make it less mundane, or maybe even like pull up a playlist and listen to some music or something. But after that, I think we're going to head up top to the control console, start the Samelflange quest, because there is 4 parts to it, and then we'll also run up and get the Cat's Eye Emerald. And then for the most part, I think we're pretty much done with Ratchet. There's not too much to do here. And I think we said after this, I think I'm going to run through Stone Talon, gather those deep moss eggs, 10, huge. We'll gather the deep moss eggs, You remember Piznik? We did this quest before on the Rogue. I can't remember what level we were, but it was pretty intense. I think we almost died. I had to vanish. It's like a wave of 2, a wave of 3, and then a wave of 5 or something like, or a wave of 3, wave of 4, wave of 5, something like that. It was brutal. But I wouldn't mind doing Kaylee Shadow Spear, Ziz Physics quests. Like we said, get the Deep Moss eggs, and I'd like to help Piznik. But mostly, I might come back here. Mostly, I just want to get the flight path, so that then I can fly more conveniently through the Kalimdor. I was going to say the Eastern Kingdoms, but this is the Eastern Kingdoms. After that, I think we're going to head back to... I think it's time for Red Ridge. Red Ridge, maybe we go finish up the last of the business in Loch Madon. I need to kill Old Sooty while he still gives experience. Find Holder, Myron, and Saiyan, and go kill Gralmug, Brawler, and Nasher. So yeah, we'll probably go to the Loch Madon, finish up the last of the Loch Madon quests, until we can come back for those elite quests. I'll check for the rares. Maybe they're up. Kill them if they are. Now that I'm, you know, a higher level than when we were there last time. And then we'll probably go to Lakeshire. So Loch Madon, Lakeshire, come back, do some of Astronar. All of this stuff kind of needs to be done around the same time. So yeah, Loch Madon, Red Ridge, Astronar, Stone Talon Mountains. That's probably the order I'll do it in. Because Stone Talon quests are a little higher than some of the other ones, like 21, 22, 21. We've got some 19s up here, some 18s. We've got some 15s in Red Ridge. 18, 15, 20, 21, 20. And obviously those quests here in Loch Madon, you know, 15, 17, 20, right? Alright, to the Wailing Caverns. These guys don't give any experience to me, or else I'd probably kill a few as we kited over there, but... I wouldn't mind checking the Oasis real quick. There could be chests, there could be ore. More than likely it's going to be copper and not tin, but... These centaur camps are worth checking, find treasure around. Oh, look at the moon. The blue child. The 2 moons are out. One's kind of sitting along the coast, though. the horizon. The stagnant oasis. 10 in the water. Just thought to know. There could also be pools here in these oases. Don't aggro on me, bro. I don't want to have to kill you. Alright. We're already at 109 on the pole arms. We caught this thing up pretty quickly. That's a really nice part about getting a weapon early into your adventure, is blood shards. Oh yeah. This is a horde quest that I can't do. So these are just, you know, extra things that we can sell. But yeah, as I was saying, it's really nice to get a new weapon early in your adventure, because that way you'll, have some time to catch it up. You don't have to miss a bunch and try and get it all the way to like 225 or something like that before it starts dealing damage. Now we should be very careful at where we run here. I do not want to run through the crossroads. I'd like to get close enough to explore it, but... And see? There's a chest. And pretty much garbage. Broke Spear. What a name. If you broke Spear, just say so. Yeah, we'll get the crossroads exploration. Nah, I mean, we're going to be heading over here now. We might as well. We are definitely going to be filling up on bag space. We're going to be filling up our bags in the Wailing Caverns. There's going to be so many drops. So I'm already going to go ahead and just start making some space here. The milk can go. Save the potion in case I just need to use one. We'll get the dud. Give him a wave. And a bow. I can't buff him. I tried. And he waved at us. It's a nice Torn. A friendly druid. Alright, we need to run up this mountain. I think our entrance is actually... I always get them confused. Oh, another chest. Man, there's so many chests in these little coal car camps. I could Blessing of Freedom that, but I'm not gonna... I'm just gonna sit and tank it. Oh, double greens. 2 bracers off that. It's crazy. So basically 3 silver from that, plus a worn mail vest. So that was like 5 silver in that chest. That's not bad. We got some earth root out of it. The Lush Oasis. Check this for ore. The rare here is Gesharan. I think it's like a Loch Ness kind of creature that roams the lake. There's the boy has ruled blood mark. And yep, tin and copper in the water, nice. Oh, Gesharan's up. Oh my god. It's a rare elite. The Shiver Blade. I kind of want to try and take him on. I think we can. We're gonna try and take him on. Wait. Let's pop on all of our stuff. A coarse sharpening stone. We'll eat a blood sausage. I'll switch to my big potions here. I'll probably even use a bag of marbles on him. 1400 health, that's double my health. There's our food buff. What else do we need? A Rumsies, a Raptor. They don't stack. Have a drink for liquid courage. I need to take this thing to the shore. Thankfully I'm a Paladin, which means I can cleanse that. Then we just juggle our breath and our mana here. Stay above the surface. Go ahead and drink the potion and get the potion on cooldown. Hodge him, get behind. Holy Light again. Let the mana regen. Ooh. God, that Holy Light is insanely strong. Easy, boys, and we get the Shiver Blade. This is a two-handed blast a target for 35 frost damage. 30 by 46. It's not as good as our weapon, but it is... hell. 18 silver, basically. Where's the tin here? Right there. Man, that was kind of an intense fight. Paladins are just so strong, man. Holy. Once we get plate gear, too, oh, man. $142 on the mining. That was a 4-piece of tin. We love that. Catch our breath, and then we're going back down. I think I'm going to get rid of the bolt of linen cloth. It's only 40 copper. I do like the blood shards because they do sell for quite a bit and they stack up nicely. Bag space, bag space, bag space. I'm pretty sure there's a goblin merchant somewhere over here. We used him on our rogue, on the undead rogue, but I don't know if I can interact. I feel like I could. Goblins are a neutral race. I honestly didn't need to use a larger healing potion there. I probably should have just used the lessers, but that was our first rare elite. I wanted to make sure we took him down. Oh, there is a merchant in the cave above the Wailing Caverns, I'm pretty sure. I can sell. That's actually going to be really nice. If my bags fill up, I can just run outside, dump all the items at the merchant, and empty out my bags, and then go back in. Yeah, man. Concentration aura is so nice. Bite door. Concentration aura mixed with my spiritual focus. I can't be interrupted. I have no pushback on my heals. I'm pretty sure the path is over here, right? For as many times as I've done this, I always get it confused. I think that is the bait path where you'll be too low. I think you have to go here, go up and across, then drop down. Now there is a rare inside of the Wailing Caverns, not the dungeon itself, but the caverns, these, right? If that rare is up, I'll probably, I mean, we'll see them here together. I'm gonna, get a few of these with you guys and then probably pause, but, all right, the trick, and I almost messed it up, that's crazy. Galden. He sells 2 rare patterns for leatherworkers, but we're not concerned about that. Do I really want to keep the Shiver Blade just as like a cool looking item? It is a 6 sword. Chance to blast the target for 35. No, I think I just sell it. I've already got too many like momentous items. Is that the right word? Sell the oily black mouth. I'm not even gonna worry about, making these into bandages. It's negligible. Open that up. There was just some money in there. And then we're looking for Nalpak.
As Naralex descended deeper into his nightmare, a strange breed of beasts arose from beneath the barrens into the Wailing Caverns. These deviate creatures have strange otherworldly properties. While evil in nature, it is my opinion that some good can come from their existence here in Kalimdor. I believe their hides will be of particular use in the ways of leatherworking. If you feel up to the task, venture into the caves below and retrieve some deviate hides.
Sir, yes, sir. We'll go ahead and hide. I guess I can't. There's too many things on the map. Now there's some copper just on the outside here. What's our copper situation looking like? 105. The bank is already pretty much full again. I'm keeping most of that for basically just more bronze, but I'm not finding enough tin because I'm staying in these lower level areas. We're playing catch up, getting all these quests done, which is fine. Worst case scenario, we just make some things with bronze, or I mean the excess copper, and then we just sell it, make some extra money. But all right, 984. First swing is a parry. We love that. They are level 15. I'm basically 10 levels above them. This shouldn't be that bad. And so far, it's not. Okay, yeah, it is a disease. I can cleanse that. Yeah, I mean, a single Holy Light just negates the entire fight, so... Paladin OP, bro. Oh, I didn't... Oh, that feels bad. Aboriginal Whale. Sash of the Whale. It's another silver there. But this is what I mean by this could be a bit of a grind that could be boring, so I'm just going to get a few of them with you guys. I'll venture all the way through to where the rare is. We'll check for the 99-year-old port. And then I'll pause and farm the rest of these myself because it's just going to be boring. There's one. And this way I can like have a YouTube video on the side, or listen to some music. I've been listening to that new Isaiah Rashad album. It's Been Awful, I think is the name of it. Just came out 2 days ago, and I just got the chance to listen to it today while I was doing some work. Really enjoy it. There's probably 80% of the album I'm enjoying. There's a few duds on there, but for the most part, most of it is just really good vibes. I've been a big Isaiah Rashad fan for many years. Alright, there's 2. I could probably take 2 of these guys on at once, but honestly, my damage is so slow and I kind of want to save the mana for healing, so... Oh, whoops. I keep looking up here at my seal timer, and really I just need to look here. Remember, it's close enough to my health bar. Just look here. Save my eyes, right? Save my eyes the hassle, the strain. Damn, these flecked raptor scales go for $1.50 silver each. The forked tons go for 2 silver. Holy. Alright, let the mana regen here a little bit. I think we're at the point with Holy Light where moving forward after rank 4, I'm going to start thinking about what ranks am I actually going to use, because they're starting to become pretty expensive. They're healing for more and more, but they are becoming more and more expensive. So I'll probably have one, I'll keybind one for like shift right click and then normal right click. Normal right click will be like the medium tier, kind of like middle tier heal. And then shift right click will be like the big heal, which would be like my whatever my highest rank Holy Light is. Because, you know, flash is good, but it only heals for 68. It's a very small, you know, flash heal. It's you know, conservative with the mana. Okay, I can get the Wailing Essence from the ectoplasms on the outside, so I'll probably try and do that as well. But if I don't get them, we'll see. We're gonna pull this guy, I think. Actually, I'm such a high level that I don't. No, we do. Oh shit. It's okay. Just lock in here. Go ahead and use a big potion here. That's what we have them for. Stay in concentration aura. I need to get one of these down. Alright, come on, I need to kill you quickly. Let the mana regen. Go ahead and use stone form. Do not consecrate here. We got to 70% before we used another heal. Pretty good. We're fine. Okay, so I know I can take on 3. Worst case scenario. Some small raptor teeth. It's not bad. Go back into red aura here. Dude, the auras are actually so much fun to like bounce between for key situations. Alright, I'm letting my judgment fall off too much. Or my seal, excuse me. Eyes here. Check here, check here. I'm gonna try and not heal. Actually, shit. Kill that thing first, then heal. Alright, let's pull this guy back to our cave that we cleared out. Let's get Henry out. The boy. The goat, Henry. I do want to get the pig from Children's Week, but I've kind of grown fond of Henry. I kind of love him. I'd probably just keep the pig in the bank. Maybe I'd use him, but I don't know. I've kind of, you know, grown an attachment to Henry. Alright. That Deviate Coiler is a patrol, so I do need to be careful for that, but front load the mana here, put a new blessing on. Pole arms are now at 115. I think 125 is our... 120, okay. Pretty close to having it capped out. I'm trying to like fight our way through, check the 99-year-old port, and see if the rare is up. But we're actually, you know, spending a good bit of time. This is not what I expected to do. I figured, you know, we'd get like 2 or 3 and then I'd pause, but I do want to see if the 99-year-old port goblin is up. We still get some experience for that if we can, you know, get it done. Hold off on healing for now. Let the mana regen while I still have it going and I'm in a okay health situation. 91, that's good enough to go ahead and start a Holy Light on. 8 seconds left on the seal. Get ready to judgment. And get one more swing in. Then we judge, get a fresh seal. Now we let the mana go. Fight you, we let the mana heal, or regen, excuse me. He is up, okay. Mad Maglish. Alright, mana's full. Should be healing. And Judge, get a fresh seal. What's he do? Smoke bomb and sneak. So he's just a rogue, basically. Let's get a fresh food buff. Running low on the blood sausage, but now ideally I want to be making goblin deviled clams or the big bear steak, or even the lean venison. Anything that gives me 6 stamina and spirit instead of 4. And big bear meat, I think this will come from like a lot of the bears in Ashenvale is where I'm thinking mostly, but maybe even like maybe Red Ridge. I don't know how many bears are in Red Ridge, but other than that, I mean, the tangy clam meat. Ooh, stunned. We did get another rank in our Hammer of Justice, so the stun is now 4 seconds instead of 3, which is nice. It just basically means that if I want to stun the target to get a heal off, I'm guaranteed to at least hit 1 heal. Bro, Paladins with spiritual focus, concentration, aura, and a good weapon. You're basically a god. I don't mean that literally, don't strike me down. Please don't punish me for saying that, but I'm talking to the hardcore gods, but I just mean you're incredibly powerful. Alright, let's cut our way through the cave. We'll continue recording until we get up to where the rare is. Man is full, what am I doing? Not paying attention. Hodge him right before his swing goes off. I get 2 extra swings in between. Clone? Oh no! Okay, I should be... Well, we got a Wailing Essence. I need to save Hodge for Clone. I forgot that these guys do that. That's not good. I don't think a clone can clone, though. And the clones don't drop extra essence, which kind of sucks, but... Front load the mana. Fresh seal, fresh blessing, and throw a holy light on ourselves. Okay. Lesson learned. Range pull this guy, then let the mana start regenning. Did you notice how on the oh, cleanse that. Did you notice how on the rare on Gisharan or Gishararan we led with Seal of the Crusader? I immediately judged it, and then we kept Seal of Righteousness on. Get that extra holy damage on him. That feels good. That's definitely the way to go when you're fighting like harder elites. I think these elites are fine to not do that, but that Coiler's going to be coming back any second now. I'm not getting experience for these guys because they are gray, but the bag alone is worth this quest. There's the Coiler. This thing should be dead by the time he gets back here. What's the mana on Purify? 42? It's not much. Okay, front load the mana. Let it regen. Ectoplasm's coming. Let's try and kite this thing back a little bit. I won't mind taking on the ectoplasm as it gets low. Ooh, big 179 crit there. See, that's a bad Hodge. I'm going to need the Hodge for the ectoplasm. Alright, mana's full. Judge, fresh seal. Maybe I can get lucky with my damage and burst this thing down before it splits, but I did use my Hodge, so. Mana's full, get a Holy Light. 2 interrupts. Look here, stop looking up here. Just right here, that's all you need to see. Yeah, see, I messed up. Yeah, 2 of the 6 Wailing Essence though. I can definitely complete this quest too, so we'll get all 3 of these done. These 2 will give me experience. But Deviate Hides won't, but again, it's worth the 10 slot bag alone. Since I'm not a tailor on this character. Mana's full. There's a lot to like balance and kind of keep track of timer wise on a paladin. That's where I think the difficulty with being a good paladin comes from. It's like a good paladin is always going to be dealing with like juggling the mana regen, you know, making sure their health is high, making sure you're using your seals at appropriate times, front loading the mana, making sure your blessings are up constantly. It doesn't seem like much, and people meme on paladins all the time in Classic and say, oh, they're just auto attack simulators. And yeah, for the most part, that's what we're doing, but there is more to it than that, as we can see, and it is like actually really fun to do this loop. You're also incredibly powerful. You're basically just like a priest warrior. It feels really good to play a warrior class that can like heal themselves and do insane things in combat. The bubbles are also just like incredibly powerful, right? But I don't think there's ore in here. I could be wrong about that. Maybe there's some ore in the actual, you know, cave right in front of the entrance, but I don't remember there being ore. And if there is, I don't remember it being tin. Nice 158 crit. Mana's full. I should be spending it, which is good. We'll front load it here. Two deviate lurkers down there. I'm going to try and just skip right past them. They're kind of annoying to fight. We can definitely take them on, but alright. We're going to peek over the top and see if the rare is up, but I don't want to over pull here. Let's just be careful, pull back a little bit. There are patrols. Save Hammer of Justice for the devouring ectoplasms. Like this guy's roaming over here. Looks like we might have 2 roaming over here, actually. Front load my mana. Grab one of the patrols. That way we're not, we can kind of stagger the patrols or, you know, take them on at different times. Didn't do a good job at front loading the mana there. My blessing fell off and I needed to cast a new one, but that's okay. Get ready. Hodge that, of course. Beautiful. Now we're getting the hang of it. Front load the mana. Pull homie back. Again, front load the mana. Now we let it regen. Come on, Henry. I just want to, you know, fight our way to like right around here, and I can peer over the cliff and see if that rare is up. Which I think if I take on this Sting Lash, I should be able to see. Damn. He just ran out of my judgment range. Dude, I love Concentration Aura. Holy. I never used this aura as a young teen. Again, there was a lot that I didn't understand about the game and like the value of some of these spells when I was playing a paladin in my young age. I would just sit in like Ret Aura because people said online that that was the best one to sit in, and like in a way, yeah, it is. I understand why, but bro, there's so much value to Concentration Aura. Alright, I don't think the rare is up. Lurker, 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 lurker. Yeah, I don't think the rare is up. So let's kill this one real quick, and then I'll pause. And we'll resume when we're done, just to kind of save some time, because we need 12 more, and we only have 10 minutes left in this episode, so... I'll see you guys in a little bit. If the rare spawns while we're in here, I will resume, and we'll take them on. If not, it wasn't meant to be, so... I'll see you guys in just a little bit when we have all the ectoplasm and all the hides. See you in just a second. Alright gamers, we are back. We are at a full inventory obviously, but we are at, where is it, 19 deviate hides. We went ahead and got all the whaling essence as well, and we got the 99-year port. You guys saw us get the port. We just need one more deviate hide, so I figured we'd resume here and we can get that last hide together. I'm basically where Mad Maglish was, and I figured, you know, fight our way back towards the entrance. By the time we get here, we should theoretically get one more. And it's right there. Bam. Okay, let's try and get out without killing any more. I might have to kill a few, though. Specifically this guy. We can sneak past these boys. We did get a few more green items, specifically, you know, a northern short sword. That's nice. Honestly, I'm just gonna run. The northern short sword is nice because it sells for like 10 silver. We got some barbaric loincloths, some war paint bindings, 3 silver there, 3 silver there, 2 there. Call this 3 gold. We'll see what we get when we sell all this stuff. You know, a lot of this stuff like the deflect raptor scales, that's 10 silver there basically. The deviate scales, they don't sell for much, but sharp claws, these, a stack of 10 small raptor tooth. Those go for a decent bit. The forked tongues, that's 10 silver right there as well. It's things like that that just kind of add up, right? But we should be at like maybe 350. I think once we finish these, I'm not going to have time to take the Cat's Eye Emerald and Samophalange on tonight. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to try and explore the crossroads just so I don't have to worry about this danger anymore. And then we're going to go turn all of these in and catch the boat to Booty Bay and buy the fishing book from the, I think it's not Nat Pagle, it's oh, I can't remember his name. Either way, he's in Booty Bay, and that way when we fish from those pools or those floating wreckages, we're getting more skill points, and we're not just kind of wasting the potential, right? Alright, so you jump on the nose, jump forward. Alright, like I said, 3 gold, we'll see what we get when we sell all this junk. Whoa, 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 buy the fruit punch back. Actually, I think I'm going to sell the Raptor Punch. It does sell for 4 silver, and it doesn't stack with the Rumsies. I'm going to be using Rumsies pretty much exclusively, so. Alright, we almost got a full gold out of all that stuff to sell. I did use our last coarse grinding stone, which just frees up another slot in the bags, which is nice, but... Alright, now pack. I'm very interested in examining the hides from the deviant creatures who have infested these caves. Have you had any luck in collecting some, Paladin?
Your efforts shall not go unnoticed in gathering these hides, adventurer. Thank you for your dedication.
Definitely taking the deviant hide pack. And bam. A new upgrade. It's beautiful. Bag upgrade, baby. That's huge. Okay. Now let's get the crossroads explored. Two extra slots means more space for us to hold more loot, more money. I can put that 8 slotter in the bank, replace this other 6 slotter here. That'll give me 2 more spaces to store items, more copper storage, more bronze storage, more memorable items that we can store without feeling guilty. There's the crossroads. Now how close do I have to get to explore it? This is the Horde graveyard. I don't know where the guards sit on the outside of the town, so I don't really want to get too close. Let's keep our eyes peeled here. Spam tab here. Or how close do I have to get? I'm scared. Oh shit. Run. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Be ready to bubble. Oh. This is dicey, boys. I don't like this one bit. Whew. Let's put on Devotion Aura here. Oh, that makes my heart race. I think these are like level 50 guards. Alright, I can hide these now. Oh, this is difficult. 3,000 health. They might even be level 60 guards. They're not elite though, but they would probably like 3-shot me. Yeah, homie's too close here too. We might not be able to explore it. Alright, let's not push it now. Maybe when I get my my Paladin mount, I can come back and kind of get a little closer and... Oh, there we go. Right here. You explore it like right there. In case you want to do this in the future on your own character, go to this mound right around here. Alright, let's save our hearth for when we get to Booty Bay, so that way I can just hearth right back and wrap this episode up. Let's go turn these 3 quests in, take the boat, we'll get the book, and then we'll hearth back. We're at, call it 4 gold. So it's going to be a gold for the book, so that'll take us down to 3, and then in 2 levels, we learn... Like I said, I kind of want to learn Righteous Fury just to have another button to put on the bars, because our bars are looking kind of empty. And I'd probably keep it like right here. Although, I guess I would keep it on 24/7. It only lasts 30 minutes, but... I want to learn Blessing of Salvation just to have another button on the bars as well, to fill up the bars. But we definitely want to learn the other abilities too, so... 120 240, 2.5 gold plus 30 silver, so call it 3 gold by 26. We don't need any more ranks in Seal of the Crusader. We don't need any more ranks in Redemption. I'll only get 1 rank in Blessing of Salvation. I actually don't think there's any future ranks for this spell. It doesn't say anything like that, so... Divine Intervention I will learn, but I'm not going to carry the Symbols of Divinity on me, just so I can't accidentally cast this spell. But I am going to learn it just to have it on the bars. I'll probably keep it... I don't know, maybe I'll keep that there, and then Righteous Fury I'll keep on like T or Shift, probably on Shift T. For T for Taunt. If I had a regular Taunt ability, I'd keep it on T, but... And then, I think we'll do Blessing of Wisdom on E and Blessing of Light on Shift E. And then we'll do Seal of Righteousness, Seal of Command, Seal of Crusader, Seal of Justice in that order on the bars once we get all of them. We are, what, 7 levels away from Seal of Command, and then we'll start really trying to Seal Twist. I'll try and get a little more efficient at Seal Twisting, but honestly, I don't know if I'm going to want to Seal Twist that much. It is kind of expensive on your mana to Seal Twist, and I've seen how valuable it is to just... Actually, let's catch the boat since it's here, and then we'll hearth back, turn these quests in, and go rest at the inn. Yeah, we've seen how valuable it is to just keep your mana high and spend your mana on healing. So I think we probably won't even Seal Twist that much. I do want to learn how to do it, though. Like, I already have a general gist of it, I feel like. I should have swapped out my bags for the bank. It's okay. Yeah, I have a general gist of how to Seal Twist, and I've done it already, I think. But I want to get it down, like, consistently. But yeah, I don't think we're going to be Seal Twisting that much. I think my mana is going to be more valuably spent on healing, and if I don't use it, like, frivolously. Frivolously? Frivolously? What did I say? Yeah, I don't want to spend it frivolously. I kind of want to save it, use it as, like, my second health bar, right? Henry's just making himself at home. Me and Henry chilling, bro. Alright. Last but not least, where do we get the expert? Where do you get expert first aid for Alliance? Wow, classic. I'm pretty sure this one's in Arathi. Yeah, Stromgard Keep in Arathi Highlands for the Alliance. So maybe when we're in the wetlands, I'll travel up to Arathi, go into Strom. There's a little area that you can jump up pretty safely, right around here, I believe. And you just you purchase it from Deneb Walker. Costs a gold, of course. And you have to be 125 and level 20, which we are both, so. Well, we're not 125 on first aid just yet, but we will be by the time we get there, I think. We're 124, so basically right there. What's nice, too, is we get to pick up the flight path while we're here. This is our first time going to Booty Bay. I think we have to take the kid here eventually, too, so it's nice to get the flight path, and I'll be able to take the kid here. I think I actually have to take him to Ratchet at some point, too, so... I think tomorrow we'll probably spend an entire episode just taking this kid where he wants to go. You kind of treat him like Squidward did with SpongeBob in that one episode where he thought he was dying, where he thought he like swallowed a bomb. Well, I mean, I was supposed to start this episode at like 10 o'clock tonight, and then I just started watching YouTube shorts on my phone, which is really bad. I should not do that, but...
Hey, how you doing?
Well met.
Oh, big stick, huh? Dude, this would be insane on a warrior. 15 strength, 3 speed, 61 to 93. There is a there's a pretty cool challenge called the Monk. Like, one thing that was really cool with the custom hardcore add-on was there was a lot of like unique challenges. Old Man Hemming, that's who has the book. There it is, The Bass and You. Anyways, there's a lot of cool custom challenges, and one of them was the Monk, which is basically like level a warrior to 60 in hardcore, and you can only use staffs like that, the big stick, and you can only use leather gear. I think it was. It's either leather or cloth. I think it was leather, but it might have been cloth, which is like insane. I've talked about the White Knight challenge where you can only use white gear. You have to get to 60 only being able to use white gear. So those merchants that sell white weapons, white armor, that kind of stuff is that's kind of how you do that. We've talked about the Assassin Challenge. I think I'm going to try and take that on the second Rogue whenever we finally get to that. There's tons of books here. We'll read those when we actually come here. We rested in this place a lot. Now the Alliance flight path is over this way. I'd be surprised if we have anything that connects to this place. Gil?
Fastest griffins this side.
Oh yeah, we have Stormwind, of course.
Want to take a ride?
Give him a safe travels, friend. Alright, let's hearth back. As am I. We did read the book here, right? I'm pretty sure we read the book here. Either way, let's turn these in. Meebach. Smart drinks. Where's my wheeling essence?
Great, you got it. I can't wait to try it out. This is going to make me a fortune, I just know it. Thank you, adventurer. Take this, and after I'm rich, I'll send you more, I promise.
Nice. 1100 experience, 10 extra silver. We're back up to 3 gold. Replace the green bag. $10 gold. It's going to be a while before we buy that one. But... I guess for now we can just hang on to these.
Have a good one.
Big ol' fuzz.
Yeah, what do you want?
The Dark Master's been on my case ever since Mad Maglish made off with that 99-year-old port. I guess that bottle was intended as a big gift for Gazlo from none other than Baron Revelgaz himself. If you're brave enough and patient enough to seek out Mad Maglish and get the port back, I'll see to it that you get a nice reward.
Superb. And just as I was about to lose my job too, I will see to it that Gazlo gets this gift immediately. Thank you, adventurer. Nicely done, I say.
Thank you, sir. 10 silver. And Stolen Booty, the last quest. Did you find my things, Bill?
It's a relief to get all this stuff back. So thanks for your help, adventurer. You know, I could use a person like you to help out with my operation here. If you're ever looking for work, don't forget about how well Gazlo pays for service.
That's true. Hooking me up. Alright, sell the boots. I'm tempted to buy a framework, but I don't think I'm going to use it in the future. Alright, let's go see if we read one of these books. If not, we're going to read one tonight and wrap it up. That's right, we read Charge of the Dragonflights, which was in Gazlo's little camp up there. The two in the actual inn we haven't read, so we'll make it we'll make it one. We'll read one of those books, and then tomorrow when we're finishing up the Cat's Eye Emerald and Samaflange, we'll read the last one in here. And that way we're kind of done with the Barrens and Ratchet. I do need to explore more of it. I think when we go up for the Cat's Eye, I'm going to explore over here, and explore over here. And then the south of the Barrens I'll save for later when we go into like Dustwallow and stuff. But alright, Sargeras and the Betrayal or Mount Hyjal and Illidan's Gift. I guess we'll do Mount Hyjal and Illidan's Gift. This one, 8 pages, it's not bad. Let me go ahead and add it to the completed now. Mount Hyjal and Illidan's Gift. And I'm going to have to make completed books 2. Change the icon, look for another book symbol. Where's this one? Okay, we missed it. There. This will be for the next set of books that we read. 1 Sargeras. Is that how you spell Sargeras? S-A-R-G-E, I think. Yep. Alright, let's get to reading. The few night elves that survived the horrific explosion rallied together on crudely made rafts and slowly made their way to the only landmass in sight. Somehow, by the grace of Elune, Malfurion, Tyrande, and Cenarius had survived the Great Sundering. The weary heroes agreed to lead their fellow survivors and establish a new home for their people. I'm pretty sure we've read this. Yeah, we did read this. Okay. Then let's go ahead and read Sargeras and the Betrayal. It's a little bit lengthy, boys. Buckle up. Over time, demonic entities made their way into the Titan's world from the twisting nether, and the Pantheon elected its greatest warrior, Sargeras, to act as its first line of defense. A noble giant of molten bronze, Sargeras carried out his duties for countless millennia, seeking out and destroying these demons wherever he could find them. Over the eons, Sargeras encountered 2 powerful demonic races, both of which were bent on gaining power and dominance over the physical universe. The Eridar, an insidious race of devilish sorcerers, used their warlock magics to invade and enslave a number of worlds. The indigenous races of those worlds were muted by the Eridar malevolent powers and turned into demons themselves. Though Sargeras' nearly limitless powers were more than enough to defeat the vile Eridar, he was greatly troubled by the creature's corruption and all-consuming evil. Incapable of fathoming such depravity, the great Titan began to slip into a brooding depression. Despite his growing unease, Sargeras rid the universe of the warlocks by trapping them within a corner of the twisting nether. While his confusion and misery deepened, Sargeras was focused to contend with another group intent on disrupting the Titan's order, the Nathrazim. This dark race of vampiric demons, also known as Dreadlords, conquered a number of populated worlds by possessing their inhabitants and turning them to the shadow. The nefarious, scheming Dreadlords turned whole nations against one another by manipulating them into unthinkable hatred and mistrust. Sargeras defeated the Nathrazim easily, but their corruption affected him deeply. As doubt and despair overwhelmed Sargeras' senses, he lost all faith not only in his mission, but also in the Titan's vision of an ordered universe. Eventually, he came to believe that the concept of order itself was folly, and that chaos and depravity were the only absolutes within the dark, lonely universe. His fellow Titans tried to persuade him of his error and calm his raging emotions, but he disregarded their more optimistic beliefs as self-serving delusions. Storming from their ranks forever, Sargeras set out to find his own place in the universe. Although the Pantheon was sorrowful at his departure, the Titans could never have predicted just how far their lost brother would go. By the time Sargeras' madness had consumed the last vestiges of his valiant spirit, he believed that the Titans themselves were responsible for creation's failure. Deciding at last to undo their works throughout the universe, he resolved to form an unstoppable army that would set the physical universe aflame. Even Sargeras' titanic form became distorted from the corruption that plagued his once noble heart. His eyes, his hair, and beard erupted in fire, and his metallic bronze skin split open to reveal an endless furnace of blistering hate. In his fury, Sargeras shattered the prisons of the Eridar and the Nethrazim, and set the loathsome demons free. These cunning creatures bowed before the Dark Titan's vast rage and offered to serve him in whatever malicious ways they could. From the ranks of the powerful Eridar, Sargeras picked 2 champions to command his demonic army of destruction. Kil'jaeden, the Deceiver, was chosen to seek out the darkest races in the universe and recruit them into Sargeras' ranks. The second champion, Archimond, the Defiler, was chosen to lead Sargeras' vast armies into battle against anyone who might resist the Titan's will. Kil'jaeden's first move was to enslave the vampiric dreadlords under his terrible power. The dreadlords served as his personal agents throughout the universe, and they took pleasure in locating primitive races for their master to corrupt and bring into the fold. First amongst the dreadlords was Tichondrius the Darkener. Tichondrius served Kil'jaeden as the perfect soldier and agreed to bring Sargeras' burning will to all the dark corners of the universe. The mighty Archimond, also empowered agents of his own, calling upon the calling upon the malefic pit lords and their barbarous leader, Manaroth, the Destructor. Archimond hoped to establish a fighting elite that would scour creation of all life. Once Sargeras saw that his armies were amassed and ready to follow his every command, he launched his raging forces into the vastness of the Great Dark. He referred to his growing army as the Burning Legion. To this date, it is still unclear how many worlds they've consumed and burned on their unholy burning crusade across the universe. It's so cool that such a powerful book is just sitting here in the inn in Ratchet. We've talked about that before, but I think it's so sick, man. Alright, Sargeras the Betrayal complete. That takes Ratchet and Ratchet's Inn off the docket. We'll jump in bed. That wasn't too bad, about 5 minutes of reading. Whoops. No other books here, right? We have Mount Hyjal and Illidan's Gift complete. Let me just make sure it's not in here twice. Yes, okay. So we got the Stormwind Library, the Stormwind War Room, Stormwind Park, Ironforge Library, 2 in Lakeshire, 2 in Aberdeen, and 1 in Northwatch Hold. This one in Northwatch Hold is the last book that we need to read here in the Barrens before we leave. So tomorrow when we log on, we'll check the coast, we'll fish some stuff up, we'll go read that book, and then we'll head up the coast again looking for more pool and iron. We'll get this exploration here. We'll get the Cat's Eye Emerald. We'll start Samoflange, complete this quest chain, and then explore over here. And then from over here, we'll run into Stone Talon Mountains. I'll probably ignore these quests for now. I'm just going to run all the way up, get the flight path, and that should connect Ashenvale to Stone Talon to the Ratchet, excuse me. And then I should have all of this kind of connected finally, which will be really nice. Plus, when we're ready to come back and do the Stone Talon Mountains, we'll have this explored already. But yeah, after that, we'll probably head back to Aberdeen, catch a boat to Menethil Harbor, fly from Menethil Harbor to Loch Madan, finish the last little bits in Loch Madan, head to Lakeshire, start working on Lakeshire. And then after Lakeshire, we'll probably come back, start working on Stone Talon and some of Astronar. And then after Astronar and Stone Talon, we'll go back. A lot of jumping back and forth here, and probably work on the Wetlands and Darkshire. So in that order is how we'll be doing things. But we also need to do Children's Week. God, I keep forgetting. Yeah, it's either going to be tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night. We're gonna really knock out everything that this kid wants to do. I also need to do this on my rogue, so let's lock in. Let's get that done. Alright guys, we're going to call this one here for now. I want to thank you for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one tomorrow afternoon. Peace and love, and God bless gamers.